Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Out the Box Series. I'm your host, JD the Plug, and today we have a very special artist, the one, the only, Hidden Julez.
What's good, everybody?
I'm glad that you had the time to stop by the studio today. After all, I know you got a very busy schedule.
Oh, yeah. Non-stop movement.
Hey, it's all about motion. So, the reason I brought you here today, we always talking about music. We're always talking about forward progression in careers. So I wanted to ask you some questions about some of the projects you have going on.
Okay.
But before we do that, tell me, what inspired your sound?
I can't really say I have an inspiration to my sound because I'm really versatile. So I don't really have one set sound. But I am really in tune to the hip-hop side because that's what I grew up on. I'm a 90s baby. So that's when hip-hop was like, it was really, really out.
I fuck with that. I'm a 90s baby as well. 90s is the best era.
Yeah.
Hands down.
I get a lot of people not liking me for that one, but yep, 90s is where it's at.
You dig. So, how old were you when you first started singing and rapping?
Singing, I was always singing. I was always in school plays, and I was in the chorus, and for my graduation I sang. As for rapping, I started rapping 2 years ago.
Really?
Yeah. But I always did poetry. So with the poetry, I would just I guess that's kind of how I have my bars, how they are now, because I wrote a lot of poetry. And I used to listen to Eminem, Biggie, so back then my brother had the albums, so I was always listening to their music. And me and my brother's the same age, so we was always hanging out, we was always together. But yeah, that's really how I started.
Man, that's quite the journey. So what would you say you like more, singing or rapping?
I like rapping better.
Oh, so
I love rapping because I feel like I can express myself better. When I'm angry, I rap. When I'm happy, I rap. When I'm sad, I rap.
Well, it makes sense, the fact that you've been doing poetry your whole life, so your form of expression is very versatile.
Yeah, completely.
So at this point in time, do you take the time to just spit shit off the dome? Do you write? What is your technique or method when it comes to creating music?
With me, it's different. I can be driving, and then I'll look at something, and then I'll look at that, and I'll be like, all right, it's that word. How can I use that word and put the same word, but with different words, if that makes sense? For the song, I did the freestyle with Houdini, Eminem's song, and I was like, Aquarius. How can I put Aquarius with water, because that's a sign, like genius, and I put so many different words to define that word in the song. You'll see.
It sounds like you're a wordsmith, low key.
Yeah, I like to make it different than everybody else's because everybody else's music, no, I'm not going to say everybody else's. A lot of artists, their music sounds the same, and I'm trying to be different. I'm trying to start my own trend rather than following everybody else's.
I see. Well, speaking about following trends, as we know, not everybody can be a trendsetter.
Of course not.
And so the fact that you've been able to make massive strides in your career, tell us, how did you go about networking and making all these connections in such a short amount of time?
To me, and this is just in my opinion, it's all based on personality, man. Because if you have a personality that your ego is higher than skyscrapers and stuff, you're not going to get nowhere. Because you have to understand, as far as you make it up can be easy for you to fall back down. So I don't really treat celebrities as, oh my God, it's this person, oh my God, is that? No. We're all people. But just getting to know them, speaking with them, having serious conversations with them, sometimes that leads them falling in love with your personality and them wanting to help you. And that's how, you network to somebody else. Then you meet somebody else from them. That's how it expands eventually.
Well, that's going to segue into our next question. How is it like getting on the stage at Summer Jam with Big Daddy Kane?
It was interesting. It was fun. Like, I had a lot of people sending me pictures, screenshots, like, is this you? Was this you? Is this you? And I was like, yeah. It's dope because Kane is just, he's such a genuine person, man. Like, he's, like, deep down, he's a great person. He wants you to win. And, you know, he's not expecting anything from you. So, I mean, it was a great experience. I got to see a whole bunch of celebrities that I would never think to be face to face with, you know, so it's pretty dope.
Oh, I see. It's all about access.
Yeah.
And you seem to have it.
Yeah, just in my opinion, it's not about who you know. It's about who wants to know about you and pass down their torch.
I see. I love it. I love the perspective. So speaking on career, have you had any mentorship or any mentors in your career?
Big Daddy Kane, he's my mentor.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
I didn't want to spill the beans. I kind of wanted you to reveal it. So tell me, how's it
Yeah.
like having a legend as a mentor?
he's great. He's great because one thing about him, he's not a yes man. He is not a yes man, and I love that because one thing about me, I don't want somebody telling me I sound great when I sound like shit, and I get on stage and I sound horrible. He's gonna tell me like this. I have countless times that I've sent him something. I'm like, what do you think this sound like? How do you think this sounds? And he'll tell me, oh, it sounds great, but if you could fix it like this, or you could put it like that, or put the double entendres, however the hell you say that word, because I can't say that word, or triple it or quadruple it, it'll sound better. Or he's like for the song Houdini, he helped me with a certain part because I was like, oh, I need something that rhymes with this, but sounds good like this, and he helped me with it, and I was just like, I started dying laughing because he told me, he's like, put your goofy personality in your music. He's like, you know, you actually have a funny personality. When you make it funny, it pulls interest. And I noticed, like, because I'm funny as hell, and I'm very goofy and playful and stuff. So I noticed being angry in a song all the time is not really too good. But once you add humor in it, it pulls attention because people start laughing. Even people who talk bad about it, it's still pulling people in, you know? So it's great having him as a mentor because he's honest.
Shout out to all the mentors. As we know, mentorship is something that is very important in this life and this journey. Because when you have a mentor, they can teach you how to navigate the trenches. They can teach you how to avoid the pitfalls. So I just want to take the time to shout out all the mentors out there, especially my mentors, Reggie, Art, and most of all, Mike Nice, the Marine Park legend, R.I.P., Sensei. So speaking of career and mentorship, I know you've had to navigate a lot of challenges and hardships in your career.
Yeah.
So tell me, how were you able to navigate, one, taking a career on, two, work, and three, being a mother?
My life is a schedule, pretty much. It's unfortunate because I hate that it has to be like that, but until I become, you know, nice, rich, and famous and stuff, it'll be a lot easier. But, you know, in order to have the career you want or be able to take care of your kids the way you want to, you have to work. So my father always taught me, you know, you can't always depend on everybody because as much as they say that they want to be there for you, they could easily walk away. So my dad taught me everything about working. Working is important. I've learned to be accustomed to it. You know, every time something's added on, it's challenging. You know, I'm only human. But it becomes easier as you get used to it.
Thank you for that word of advice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hear that out there. It gets easier as you take the time to adapt and adjust. Otherwise. So the fact that we're talking about overcoming hardships, struggles, and obstacles, I know that you are a cancer survivor, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, so tell us about your struggle and your journey. First of all, I'd like to commend you because that's not an easy battle. That's not for the weak heart.
Yeah, that was tough. That was really tough because I was taking that on with still, be going to these shows and still having to live my daily life. The only difference is that I was sick. So it was harder for me because in my head, I just wanted to give it up. I wanted to give up everything. I wanted to give up the music, but I couldn't quit because, my kids need me. They need me. My dad needs me. It was tough. And then I was in a shelter too. I was in a homeless shelter, yeah. And I was taking on the kids, having to work, my career, going to doctor's appointments, still popping up to these shows and stuff with me feeling like crap. But I just like to push through. I just feel like giving up isn't an option as much as I want to. Giving up definitely isn't an option for me.
I can relate to that, and I'll definitely say you do not look like what you've went through, by no means.
Yeah, makeup does a hell of a job. I mean,
Oh, that was a good one. But I see that it's made you become a better and stronger person.
Yeah, I mean, when I was sick, I was definitely more bitter. That I could say. I was mad. I was putting out way more diss tracks, but they were pretty good. You can't even lie. It was pretty good. But I was really bitter, and I even had to ask God for forgiveness because I even stopped believing in Him. And this is just to everybody who believes in God. I don't go to church. I don't do none of that stuff. I do believe in God. I'm not an atheist. But it's just like I hated the world because I was like, damn, I'm such a good person. I take care of my kids. I work. I got a career. I'm like, why me? The first thing you think is just like, damn, I'm going to freaking die, man. It's not fair. And as much as I wanted to die, I can honestly say if it wasn't for my dad, for my kids, and for my sister, I really wouldn't be as strong as I am now, rather than how I was before. Because they kept telling me, you just can't give up, you're too strong. Music is your life. You're gonna beat this. And I didn't think I was gonna beat it because I just felt sick, But it is what it is. And when it's your time, it's your time. If it's not your time, you're gonna beat everything that you're being put through.
Definitely understand that. Appreciate you sharing that message. Now, the fact that we were talking about juggling all those different hardships and navigating through life, could you see yourself being able to be in an active relationship while taking on all this?
As long as the person can understand that my life is based on a schedule and my kids come first, then yeah. Because I'm not just going to give myself to anybody, that's for sure, because I know what my worth is. And I'm not going to say I have standards, like bougie standards. I could be bougie, but I spoil myself, But I'm a giver. But I also want to receive the same reciprocation because, as much love as I give, I also want to receive. And that can easily happen. But like I said, as long as they understand that, it is hard for me to be around every single day. But my loyalty is I'm 100 when it comes to my loyalty. So yeah, it can work.
It goes back to what you were saying earlier about your life being on a schedule. That's the way you find balance. So you're saying as long as you find balance. Yeah, because you could work. I'm not like every single day is not a full day for me. Yeah, I work a lot, but even with me working and stuff, you could find a couple hours out of the day to spend time with that person. You know what I mean? Or even a FaceTime, a call. Sometimes a hug is all somebody needs. A lot of people don't understand that. I'm a love bug.
I really am. I'm a sweetheart. Like, I mean, a lot of people hear my music and they're like, oh my gosh, she's so mean. She's such a mean person. Or she looks so mean. You know how many people came up to me like, oh my God, you're so cool. You know, when I first seen you, you look mad mean. It's just like, I just got the RBF. I got that resting bitch face, man. When I'm observing, I'm just like, you know, and it's not really like my mother looks like that. You know, there's times that I was with my mom and I just like, change your face. And she'd be like, oh, you look like me, so, you know, you need to change your face too. And I'm just like, but then I realized that it is a hereditary thing because my daughter, my oldest daughter, she has that face. And there's been times I'm like, you good? And she's like, yeah, mommy, I'm fine. I'm just like, oh shit, the apple don't fall far from the tree.
It's like,
I'm like, it's there. Like, oof, that's gonna be a problem.
Hey, it's all about perspective, right?
Oh yeah.
So tell me, how has your experience been traveling?
Oh, I love to travel. Kane actually got me out of being a homebody, to be honest with you. Because he was like, he would tell me, he's like, yo, you need to get out more. And I would just be like, oh, okay, whatever. I need to get out more. But as I started traveling from state to state and going out the country and stuff, it's like, damn, I love to do this. And the reason why is because two things that keep me at peace of mind. Looking at water. I know it sounds weird, but like you know, going to the pier, or going to like fishing and stuff like that, or flying.
I'm the same type of person. I could relate.
Like flying, oh my God, I'll just sit there, and I used to be afraid of heights. So I would just be mad scared to like standing in a building and looking out the window, I get freaked out. But on a plane, I'm just sitting out thinking like, look at that, look how small everything looks, you know? Or like when I went to Florida, I had just got back from Florida like a month ago. I went on a helicopter for the first time. It was so freaking cool. It was dope. And my sister's usually the daredevil, but she was the scared one. And I'm over here like, yo, look, like it was so exciting. But traveling is dope. I love it. I love it.
So the fact that you've traveled to so many places, have you found yourself networking and finding more opportunities to advance your career as you've traveled to these different locations?
Yeah, LA was one of the best ones. I went to LA twice in March. The first time I went was to observe. The second one, I was on a TV show, which I can't really talk about, but you guys will see it when it airs. And there I met like so many different people, so many legends. And I'm still connected. Like I even met a producer, his name is Johannes, he's dope. And he made one of my beats from one of my unreleased songs. That's actually one of Kane's sampled songs, Warm It Up. So yeah, it just hasn't came out yet. You haven't heard it yet. That I met a photographer. He's so freaking funny. So funny. His name is Tyrone. Dope. He calls me all the time. He be on FaceTime. Our name for each other is Ninja, because we couldn't say the N-word while we was there. So he was like, all right, so what we got to do is like, yo, what up, my ninja? So we have each other's contact as Tyrone, my ninja, and Julez, my ninja. So he's mad cool. I'm still fighting with him to come out here to New York, but he'll be here soon.
I understand how that can go. Some people just aren't going to leave their locality.
No. He goes all over the place. He's just real dope though. Like, so he's always working. He's a celebrity photographer.
Oh, okay.
So he does all that extra stuff, but.
So he's real busy.
Yeah, when I get him out here, I'm gonna take him everywhere.
I'm looking forward to the content that you guys are gonna create.
Yeah.
How was your experience of working on Syleena Johnson's album? Because first of all, I love the boots you have on. So
oh, thank you.
You on some big stepper shit.
Oh yeah, gotta step on necks. You know? And I'm short, so I need some extra, a big size.
So tell me.
Pause. Go ahead.
How was it like working on that track, Stepping Out?
I mean, when I first met her, it was in California. But we can't talk on that. But she just told me, she was just like, Julez, I'm gonna have you on my album. But I didn't, like, a lot of people would say, I'm going to do this for you, I'm going to do that for you. And my mindset is because of so many people saying they're going to do this and do that, and it never comes through. I was just, okay, you know what I mean? But her sister Syleena, she is dope. She is so freaking sweet. Sweetheart, all of them. They're so nice. And beautiful, too. I be telling her, like, yo, what's your skincare? Like, you got to tell me about that. But she hit me up. She's like, hey, Jules, we're about to finish the album. We need you on it. In my head, I'm like, oh, shit. They really kept their word for that. So I was like, all right, cool. So I had wrote something. And then the crazy part is what I wrote, because they was indecisive of how many bars I should go on it, you know, because they didn't know whether I was going to be in the beginning or in the middle or in the end. So they started off at 16. I was like, damn, 16? Okay, let's do this. That's like a whole verse. But then they chopped it down to 8. So I was just like, okay, cool. So when I wrote it, I had wrote something, sent it over to her. She's like, have you listened to my father's album? Which a lot of people don't know, that her album, all her songs are sampled from her father, Syleena Johnson. May rest his soul. So I had wrote something, and she was like, did you listen to my father's album? I was like, no, I didn't. Which I just discovered that I actually listened to a lot of his music. I never knew that was her dad. But she was like, no, a lot of the words that you wrote are a part of his album. And I was just like, oh, shoot, look at that. But we ended up not using that part. So then I wrote something, and then she was like, Syleena hits me up. She's like, yeah, Syleena said you got to get a little bit more gangster than that. I'm like, say that, okay? Because if y'all wanted me to get gangster, I could get New York on the track. It's just that when I listen to Selena's music, I hear church. You know what I mean? She has such a soulful voice. It is just like, all right, I got to calm down. I can't be so aggressive, you know? But then when she told me that, I was like, all right, cool. This is what we're doing now. So then her producer helped out with something, and then Kane helped. Kane was like, oh, how about you say it like this? So the way it was flowed was from Kane. Kane had me do it like that. So when I did, they were like, yo, that's it. That's it. That's how we're going to have it on the track. So it took like 2 days for me to actually get it down packed. I recorded it, sent it over, because it's not like, oh, I'm getting a regular feature. This is Syleena Johnson's album. You know, a lot of people don't know much of her until I'd be like, oh, you know the song, When It Up, When It All Falls Down. They're like, oh, that's her. And I'm like, yeah, that's her. So we did that, and within, what was it, like 2 weeks, the album dropped. So it was pretty quick, but dope as hell, man. They're really cool people, man. Real cool people. And she's doing her City Winery tour. And she's having one in Philly, I think in October, and I'm going to go to that one.
Fire. I see why you go by the name Hidden Jewels. You stay dropping gems.
I'm dropping jewels, not gems. Jewels are better, man. What's wrong with you? The hell? No, I'm kidding.
I just wanted to see if you was on time, but you always is.
Dripping jewels on these... No, go ahead. I got to be PG-13, but I keep forgetting.
So do you have any new projects that you're working on? Any new music that's dropping soon?
I have a song called Na Na Na, which, like I said, I'm better at rapping than singing. So when it comes to like having some like pop stuff, I kind of go to my sister. I'm like, all right, I need your help with this stuff. I need this type of vibe with that, whatever, for this and that. And she'd be like, all right, cool, I got you. Because my sister was on American Idol, by the way. So she's fucking dope. Yeah, she got them Whitney Houston pipes. I don't. So I can sing, but not like that. But when it comes to certain songs, I'll be like, hey, you know, I actually gained courage to actually ask for help. And she helped me with the song Na Na Na. And that one is dropping September 17th. So that one is pretty cool. But while that one gives time so everybody can listen and stuff, I'm finishing up my mixtape.
Fire. Wow. I'm looking forward to hearing all your new work.
Oh, the mixtape is gonna be dope because it's not sticking to like one genre. I have so many different things. I have freestyles going on there, covers. So it's pretty cool. And I'm finally dropping covers because I never did one before. And today actually makes 3 years of me starting my music career.
Wow. Happy anniversary, happy birthday.
Thanks.
So tell the good people where they can find you at.
You guys can find me, you can find my music streaming everywhere. I'm on all platforms. You can find me on Instagram at hidden_Julez, JULEZ_. And also, make sure you guys check out the articles that I have out. Shout out to my PR, Showtime. He's getting me out there with that soon. Gonna have that actual verification, not the little Netflix one that everybody's buying, because I don't do that. But yeah, you guys can find me everywhere.
This is Hidden Julez, JD the Plug, and this is Out the Box Series. Have a good one, y'all.